Okay, so when we last met our heroes, you managed to escape from the tower. I mean, not the tower, the flying fortress. The room where you are pretty sure that there is a lich phylactery. But yeah, you disengaged, retreated because you like immediately went up there after a fight with the lich himself, who was destroyed by Otiros.
Stabby. Yeah, my damage was a bit silly.
He felt like a pile of bones.
Yeah, well done.
Ooh,
Yep.
your dead bones.
And
Ooh,
yeah,
your
this
dead
is
bones.
mainly for Lysander, because of course his character was in the city. That basically he got occupied, and instead of going with you guys, he stayed behind to help the guards to deal with the plague zombies. Because
Yeah.
basically before Lich went down, he unleashed, like he dropped several dozen of bodies that basically
Did he? What a twat.
they carried some kind of plague or illness that, you know, when people are infected, they die and turn into plague zombies. And basically you helped the city
Yeah,
guard
sure. We have to put them down.
to deal with it. And also you were the first one, because I'm pretty sure your character knows Asmarius. Yeah?
Yeah, we met. We
Yeah,
met.
you
him.
met, okay.
Yeah.
So
He
basically...
came to gloat and threaten us in a temple.
Yep, that was that. Yeah, he imitated. Anyways, the thing is that shortly, like during the cleanup,
Mm.
you saw that like several golems showed up, iron golems, and that they were helping the guard. You know, the guardsmen themselves, they were like confused, like what the fuck? The city does not have any golems. Like, where did guys came from? Who commands them? And so on.
Right. Yeah.
And if you want to, because your token is on this map, but for now I hid it because I don't know where you would want to be. But basically you saw, if you were around Basilica, because the flying fortress is above Basilica, you saw that Asmarius with the four around him and two more on the like square golems. He he was talking with Leoria, the head cleric of the city, and Robert Augustus.
Oh right. Oh, I see. Oh, that's not good. Don't want them trusting him. Very dodgy.
Basically,
Right.
they do not seem like... Leoria, of course, was pretty furious and angry, but he's not speaking loud enough for you to hear, if you want to, like if you are observing them. But it seems like there will be no hostilities for now, and yeah, that guy is waiting for the rest of the party. Of course, you saw them that after some time they were dropping from the flying fortress, because if I remember correctly, the session ended that Asmarius saw you, he like greeted the party, you had like quick... Giro did the quick... what's the word for English? Yeah, Asmarius Western. Yeah, basically everyone like learned the names of everyone, and yeah, like first question for you, Adam, like where your character would be.
Well, I think it would be under the basilica, guarding it. And you know, he'd be
the blade.
busy.
Okay, so you won't be.
Basically, you know, because he would want to be near Leo and Robert Augustus and be shooting at the zombies and all that business.
Sure. I mean, you don't even need to like roll for...
Well, I mean, that's just the most logical place he'd have been, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so for now, like these three will like consider like negotiations. Okay, so you drop down, like Asmarius is like his eyes like brimming with power, but you do not sense like special hostility. These guys like seem... You also saw like the one or two golems that are patrolling the area as you were flying downwards with the normal guardsmen. So it seems like they are here to help. Of
I am
course,
suspicious, but I'll just listen for the time being.
of course,
'cause I-
yeah, because you are not there, so
Alright, pretty stupid question, but I'm going to make a perception check to see if these golems are similar in fashion to the ones that we were sent to get by Robert Augustus.
honestly, I don't remember if the golem on the first session was iron one.
I think it was an iron one, or maybe it was a stone golem.
I'm
You could check like if they're the same design, if
I'm
it was the same person.
I'm almost sure that this wasn't the Iron Golem. He was, because you remember they were saying that this was the prototype, and Iron Golem is slightly more powerful. Like his challenge rating is higher than the
Right.
stone.
It was a prototype.
But you know what?
And-
it's not the
And
matter
we kind of dug it under a few bodies.
Yep, and honestly, nobody of you checked out this golem for a long time.
Forgot it underneath a pile of bodies. What the hell? Oh, God.
Long story.
Yeah, something like that. It was
Shaggy dog story.
It was the very first session, like with the different party members. Like from the very original party, I think only Genkiro is still from that. So yeah, he's keeping good.
Sole
I'm-
survivor.
Which is why I'm the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, as Marius says, yes, I'm very happy that you are able to join us. Please come closer. I don't want to shout too much.
Oh,
Okay.
great, you're here. Here to gloat again and just poof off.
Yeah, what's your game as Marius?
You are not there, Lysander.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, it's your call if you want to be there, like here.
No,
some
no, no,
people
no,
should.
no. I mean, I'll be there in a minute. It's fine.
Mr. Genkiro, it's not so much of gloating. I just simply here to state few obvious things, and especially for you, I might have interesting information.
And Genki kind of narrows his eyes and takes a quick look at Oteros and kind of whispers to him a few things. And just cautiously takes a few steps closer.
Yes, as I said previously, I'm not only surprised but pleased that you managed to deal with the Lich even without my help, as I was arriving here. Of course, I'm pretty sure that, as I was explaining to my friends, and you know that the friends is really stretched word, like those, nor Leoria nor Robert feel like are friends to him, and that my creations, like these my personal bodyguards, will be helpful to secure the city. But yes, as I was explaining and negotiating, explaining things to Miss Leoria, hearing her reasons why should I not take the part of the blade. Well, for the most time I thought there is no other way. But it seems like it. You are lucky. And during past few days, my research helped me to find another way to accomplish my objective. So no worries for you. I won't use a blade. Are you satisfied with that?
You won't use the blade.
I won't pursue to gather the artifact. Hell, I would even allow you to go with your silly ritual and destroy it.
Alright, and what are Leoria's and Robert's reaction to all this?
Yeah, they heard some parts of this before, and Leoria, like on her face, that is slightly pale, like she's still angry, but she's just... There is a look on her face that says that, well, she doesn't have a say in it. Like she still suspects Asmarius of something, even if he says that he won't use a blade.
All right. And why are you here? I highly doubt you just swoop in and play the role of the hero just for the goodness of your heart.
Oh, your words made my heart bleed, you know. I'm not that evil. You might think different things about me, but believe it or not, I always act... shit, sorry, my English lost me for a second.
Yeah.
That basically what he's trying to say that no matter his methods, he always acts so
For the greater good.
for the greater good, and the end result will be like for the better of mankind, or some like
Result
Big-
is best
big-
for everyone.
big words for big words.
Yeah, at the
Uh,
end, this justifies the means.
Yep. But yes, I have very interesting news, and I already heard that Mr. Robert here heard about a particular name of organization from you. So I will start with that. As I said, I honestly don't have interest in the blade right now. I found another way to accomplish my objective, in which I hope you will help me, of course for the right incentive and payment, but we'll get to that. But first, I think I have the most interesting for you, Mr. Genkiro. Answer me this question. Do you honestly believe that I am the only person that knows about the blade and will try to use it, even if I won't?
Yeah, I think you're
s-
the only guy. There was not a lich or anything here like 20 minutes ago.
Yes, Oderus, thank you. But to answer your questions, Asmarius, they may be... don't let them fool you, Asmarius. They may be evil and they may be maniacs, but don't let them fool you. They really are evil maniacs.
Oh, I have no doubt about that. After all, in their pursuit, that's why they destroyed your village.
Thanks for reminding me, by the way.
I mean, like, out of character. Your character doesn't know the reason why your village was destroyed.
Oh, right. Wait, what do you mean?
Okay, so this is a part of the incentive I was talking about. So, without beating around the bush, I will say simple as that. Phantoms know about the blade, and they are pursuing to complete it and use it for their own means for the past couple of years.
Alright, at this, Genkiro starts to getting a bit of cold sweat.
So, I don't wanna keep you in the suspense. I don't know if you were in this, I mean, out of character once again, can you remind me, you were a young child when your village was destroyed?
Yeah.
Okay, so you probably didn't know about that. Honestly, I don't know how the village elders get their hands on this, or even if they knew about this thing. But let me say this, the part necessary to wield the blade in your hand was hidden under your village.
At this, Genkiro's eyes kind of widen and starts to remember back to the past in his village, how the village elders were kind of gather around in secret and stuff.
Yeah, so that's one piece of this information.
Alright, then what is the proposition? An alliance with you?
I mean, well, that's one proposition, but I had another proposition for you. You see, instead of as I've had very enlightening conversation with Leoria about possible aftershocks and bad stuff happening of my using the blade and trying to free us from this prison. I think I found another less extreme and the way that will still accomplish my objective, but without very nasty side effects. For a good payment and with your flying fortress, because of course I think I don't need this stuff. It will be yours. And with right payment and this fortress, you will. Well, I think talking about your potential job is not the right. Is not the open square is not the right place to talk about it.
Could I ask a thing? How exactly is this a prison? Can we can travel to like other planes and stuff?
Whoever told you that this is the real plane?
No, I mean like.
Not an imitation.
Yeah, well, I suppose that technically is, but yeah, isn't that like another dimension more than anything else? Anyway.
If I recall, it's more that we're not the things that are trapped in here.
Yeah,
so we're free to leave the plane.
The huge monsters that we saw were the prisoners, remember?
Yeah, but
Along
then
with
why would
artifacts
us?
and whatnot.
Yeah, but then why would us Marius want to break the prison with the sword? And why would that make him less threatening then?
As I said, I think you are slightly
Okay,
misunderstanding.
then
the
explain,
thing.
please.
I mean, in character, as I said, in character. Okay, so the thing with the summoning and so on, sure, summoner works, but whoever told him or her that the yeah, that's the like real plane of shadows, that the true one, and not an imitation, the copy of it. So to uphold the masquerade.
Yeah, I suppose so, but
With
well.
correct fake things living on it.
I mean, it seems like an overly elaborate plan to create another dimension to hide something in it. That's just me.
Hey, as I said, as it was written from the very beginning of this session, that this world was
Yes.
created by the gods as a ultimate.
Yes, but I mean, if they create different planes and such as, and we're already
They are
on
still
one plane.
treated as in a like consider this world and the like plane of shadows, for example, that is the mirror image of this world, but in shadows or something like that. I don't remember exactly how the plane of shadows works. They are held in a bubble. So for example, it's impossible right now to shift from this plane to, for example, the world of Golarion.
Right now, he says.
Excuse me?
No, just something on your specific wording.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, that was like out of character. Like in character, what was I talking about?
as Marius said something about jobs and castles.
And yes, that this flying castle flying fortress is yours, and that he will have a good payment for a job with all four of you, and he speaks and he says and that he sees that there are only three of you. Because yeah, he met Lysander, so he saw him. So, where's your friend?
Which one of them? We have lost quite a few friends during this.
The still alive one.
Yeah.
Well, we have still a few live ones back at the base, but anyone in particular?
I mean, that guy who's jumping around, whose name I forgot, was still alive. He left somewhere. There's the mage who joined us like one battle.
Yeah, he's speaking about Lysander. Speaking of which, by the way, Adam, are you here with us?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I can't believe the rest of the party have difficulty remembering the one guy who has been killing everything for them.
I have a feeling you're going to be very annoyed at us when we meet you again.
Yeah, what was that guy's name again? And I looked back to the other guys.
Something with like B or was it something? I can't really remember. I'm feeling
By the
you're
way,
gonna
guys, don't make sure you don't tell Adam what loot we got from the Lich.
Okay, we won't.
What Lich?
Good.
He's probably like lying somewhere around here, that lich right now. No, I've completely
Pile of
forgot.
ash is still just sitting there on the ground.
Yeah.
Destin, Oteros. Do you know where he is?
No, I don't know. We forgot him when we went up with your flying thing, Weston, with that shadow of yours.
As I said, he did not. He was staying behind to deal with to help the.
Yeah.
For the purposes of what you know, I was fighting zombies and stuff down here.
So technically, I suppose didn't we leave him behind when he wanted to help the city rather than go to fight the lich?
I tried to wait.
He was
And
doing
I
something
turned back
else.
to Asmarius. He's around.
Okay. Oh well, this will do. For the rest of information, I think we should go inside the Basilica to avoid the prying eyes and ears of people that might watch and hear. People that we don't want to watch and hear. Would you agree?
Right, one thing. We go, and I point to the golems. They stay.
Oh yes, I think they will wait right here. I mean, two of them. The rest will go to patrol the area. After all, some of them are now guards. Another addition to the guards of the city. So you go inside.
No, let's.
And I hope Robert and Leoria will join us.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, then I suppose we go inside.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still like half dead and minus strength, but yeah, I'll be fine.
Shit, I forgot what my strength is. My health was. Because
I think I have like 30 health.
As long as you, sorry, I forgot to copy your tokens, but as long as you
Don't randomly attack someone.
don't immediately go to fight and don't immediately go to. I mean, still.
As long as they don't charge us, Marius, we're probably gonna get the heal.
After all this talking, Loria still should have a lot of healing spells. And
Hey guys,
remember you have
Matt,
a wand. Yeah.
While you guys are still talking and I haven't arrived, I'll go and feed my dogs and stuff for a bit, yeah?
I mean,
Is
yeah,
that
okay, you
I'll
sure.
be back soon, but I just got to do that.
We'll tell you what happened later.
Come on, Paris. Come on, Paris. Come on.
Okay, so yeah, Asmar basically like clarifies the information about why he's here in the city right now, because you know, you had pretty good idea that he had enough power to basically take by force this artifact by force, and instead of that, he comes here, sure, with few golems, like almost like golem army, but still he, even though he's probably even in a bad position, even though he's right now one against you guys, yeah, he's willing to negotiate. Okay, so after the information that basically telling Genkiro the reason why his village was targeted by Phantom Troop. I don't know, Genkiro, do you ask specifically like what part of the artifact was taken?
I'm getting to that.
Yep. Okay, so it might be easier if you like you guys interject questions in character when you want.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, first off, what was the artifact that the troop was so eager to get that they have to slaughter my entire city to get it?
It was a gauntlet. Anybody who like wears it, without problem he can wield the Eternity Blade without dying.
Ah. Hmm.
To think that something like that was under my village. Alright. And
What happened to it? I ask what happened to the gauntlet.
As far as I know, it's in the possession of Phantom Troop.
Huh.
So they could just come here anytime they wish and just nab the artifact all willy-nilly?
Well, the fact that the artifact is still here and they didn't come means that they probably might still not know, but the thing is, as you probably maybe realized, that since the artifact part of the blade was brought here, the wheels of fate are turning and the storm is coming. The war with the orcs, and yeah, about that, Mr. Augustus here might have interesting information for you, but we'll get to that. The war with the orcs, the Phantom Troop movement. Basically, things are happening because right now, and everybody who knows about the blade or is powerful enough to feel this, because believe me, it's not possible to hide forever that something of this magnitude of power is in this world. Basically, all of that is an omen of oncoming storm.
Of things to come.
Of things to come. And because of that, I come here as quickly as possible after gathering my resources to safekeep the blade. Because sure, the spells protecting this place are top-notch, and he gives a wink to Leoria. But even with my my golem guards that I will leave in the city, they might like what's the word in English? Discourage Phantom Troop for attacking for now, but who knows for how long. So I've come here to negotiate the release of the blade into my custody, and I will be able to hide it in a much better place. And even if they learn about it, they won't dare to attack me head on.
Alright, first off, I'm going to ask Vesten. Any chance we can hide that thing in the Shadow Realm or whatever the place you came from?
From the sound of things, no.
Could you hide it if you got the gauntlet and could pick it up? Mm.
I mean, the question,
That would be more likely.
the matter is that like several people like holding the cloth, like some blanket, cloth, special cloth that the part of the blade is laying. Like you can transfer the blade, but like partly out of character, partly in character, you realize that it's not the matter where you hide it, but how much time you can buy it before people who are searching for it and are powerful enough to find it, they realize where it is.
Alright,
So right now, as Marius like gives you like his option is that you know what, the way he's speaking, anybody who wants to can make like knowledge arcana or spellcraft.
Spellcraft, knowledge, arcana. Oh,
34.
right.
First roll of the day is a natural 20. That's either a good thing or a bad thing.
Is that a spellcraft check or a knowledge arcana?
That would be spellcraft.
Okay.
Yeah, then I won't bother rolling.
Yeah, Weston, you realize that the way he's speaking about like safe place and home, that basically he like from your like knowledge and so on, you realize that there is a spell called create demiplane, a greater version of it. So basically this guy, because he lives for a really long time and he has resources, power and so on. And yeah. By the way, Julius, if you're writing something, please mute your
Sorry, I
microphone.
thought I turned it off.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, way he speaks as Marius, he's talking about his like home plane, like demi-plane, where he probably has his headquarters where he can hide, safekeep the blade until you are ready to destroy it.
Says Marius. While I'm sure that you'd love to keep that blade on your demiplane, before we let you do that, how about you tell us the other option that you got to complete your goals,
Yes.
instead of keeping it secret?
Of course. Normally this will require a long journey to the north, but with your now newly acquired flying fortress, getting to the frozen desert, frozen wasteland should be easy enough. Of course, there will be another matter of surviving the extreme weather and magical winter, but we'll get to that. Have you ever heard about Seat of Yggdrasil?
Knowledge religion.
Would that be religion?
Religion, nature.
Let's see. Religion it is, because it's one higher than nature.
But I'm gonna say like without legend roll or some spell like that, the DC will be pretty high.
23?
Basically, Genkiro and Otiros, the name rings one bell that you might heard or read someday in the past, that there's the name of particular tree, but you don't know much more about it. And Western, aside from that, you only know that sometimes the other names for this only name, no specifics, description or something like that. You know that the Yggdrasil is sometimes like translated to like word tree, tree of life, and those are the names.
That's rather interesting, given that My Dolan is modeled after the world's serpent.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The Midgar snake.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's its name again? God damn it! I like Norse mythology, but I can't remember what the name of it was.
Nidhogg.
No,
Yeah,
Nidhogg. Nidhogg is a dragon that chews on Yggdrasil's roots. The snake that turns around the world was the name we were looking for. Darn it.
Well, but that's out of character mythology. I only used the name because it like worked for me.
enough.
Jormungandr.
Yeah, basically, okay, so if you don't like give like answer, like my research pointed me to the very far north, far from the borders of civilization in the land of eternal winter, that in the particular place where there's where the old spirits, old gods rest, in a temple or something like that, there lies an frozen seed of Yggdrasil. If you manage to get it and return it to me, using my power resources, I will be able to plant it into the ground so that this world will have its own version of World 3. And if my suspicions, visions, and knowledge is correct, by erecting the World 3 in our prison world, we will be able to connect to other dimensions, other worlds, for true this time.
Alright, I look to the others and huddle up with them so we can discuss it in greater detail. Alright.
Sure.
Hang on. I use detect magic.
On what?
Just to make sure that he's not just in general, to make sure that he's not listening.
I mean, he took a step back, and of course you feel a lot of magic from his eyes. You can make like spellcraft checks to, if you want to identify them.
Sure.
Yeah, because I finished like how many spells exactly he has on his eye, like permanently.
27.
Okay, I mean you can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But for the first one, well, you know that it's a spell from School of Divination, and your guess that it might be Arcane Sight. Not guess, because yeah, you bid the DC, so you know Arcane Sight, so you can make next ones.
Roll again.
Yep. As I said, it's few. He has few spells. Like,
25.
okay. And next one, another School of Divination, comprehend languages. Okay, so maybe you do not see in his eyes, but yeah, you feel that also this spell is on him. Okay, you can roll next one. As I said, you have 2 from the list, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more.
Huh.
34.
Oh.
Okay, of course, this is a spell from School of Transmutation. He has Dark Vision, like active Dark Vision. Roll next one.
19.
19. Yeah, of course, School of Divination, Detect Magic.
So he knows I'm doing this. 28.
Isn't spellcraft more of a knowledge check? No, wait, you're doing detect magic. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
He knows that this, like, he sees this spell, he feels them, and through, like, feeling them and his vast knowledge, he knows what kind of spells are those. It's my, like...
Interpretation.
Okay, 28. What was the last spell I told you that he had?
Detect magic.
Okay, this time is also School of Divination, Read Magic. Can roll the next one.
23.
Yet another School of Divination, this time See Invisibility.
Cheeky bastard.
Next one.
18.
Barely, but you also because I think you need to like equal the DC spellcraft check. So again, not the spell on his side, but there is the School of Divination tongues.
Tongues?
Alright.
Could
I
you
think
write that?
Tongues. My pronunciation is probably bad.
Tongues.
Basically, the
Tongues. Oh.
tongues. Basically, the spell. Yeah. Okay, and the last one you need 21.
Darn.
Sadly, and the most interesting spell, and you don't exactly feel what kind of spell it is. I mean, I will give you this that this is also School of Divination. And you can feel like if you like, because we are not in combat, so you can like give another round for it.
Sure.
On these spells, on every one, you feel like a tiny bit of another different spell. You can roll one last spellgraph. Check DC 20.
Oh,
So close.
Damn.
Well, this is from the Universal School, but
wait. Does he still have the what was it? The Inspire competence?
I think it depends on it. If you I think you have to
How long does it last?
concentrate it or something like that.
With lingering
here, since
info-
you say it's a cool spell, and I'm so close to 20, why don't we just rule of cool it and say I can understand it?
I mean, if you want to add like, I mean, tell me, Gentiro, how many bonuses this Inspire competence would give?
+3 to any skill checkpoints, I think.
Okay, so the last one, that DC 21, is still like one not enough. Okay, never mind. It's enough that you know that this second to last spell is a True Seeing.
Sorry, guys, just kind of got back with fiddling. What, have you found a spell book or something?
No. Western casted to detect magic, and I'm saying what exactly spells this guy has active on him right now.
Oh,
And the
well,
last thing from the School of Universal, you feel that on all these spells I told you right now, that detect magic, red magic, see invisibility, and True Seeing, he casted permanency. There are permanent spells on him.
I could totally guess to that one.
Okay, so that's with the spells. You can continue the huddling. But yeah, he took a step back, and he doesn't seem like he's listening, But I mean, if you know what kind of bonus to perception he has, so. But yeah, he tries to make a good impression, so he's not listening hardly. So huddle time, guys.
Right.
And sorry, one last thing. Before we continue, Adam, if you want, you can give any, reason for your character. Maybe you heard something or something like that you can show up if you want to.
Actually, I figured that if I was scooting around, flying around, zapping bad guys, I'd have probably noticed the golems and seen Robert Augustus at some point. So I'd probably head that way anyway, wouldn't I? If I see anything like that.
Yes, but I understand from the last thing you said that your character went to the Basilica to protect the blade.
Yeah, I did, but
okay, we can change that so that it will
I thought that there was the reason I said that is that I thought there were zombies trying to get it. Anyway, it doesn't just throw me back in whenever is appropriate. I don't know where you know what I mean. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
After the situation has been done up.
Out of nowhere, Lysander turns up.
Yeah, Lysander rejoins.
Oh, this guy.
I mean,
hello, Osmarius.
If you didn't heard, they can.
No, I don't need to.
Basically, Asmarius gave
having a nice chat, are we guys, with this fella?
Oh, yeah, about that. He's sort of kind of giving us an ultimatum.
Oh, there's a surprise. You are a charming conversationalist, Asmarius. Is it horribly one-sided again?
Well, Not really.
Mhm.
Surprisingly, he hasn't gloated our ears off yet. And no
Very well.
dimension doors. Imagine that.
Fine.
But I'll give you the rundown. That group that I was searching for, they have the means to get the sword down in the Basilica, and now he, and I point to Asmodeus, and wants us to go to some place up in the north to get some seed from a tree, and so he can hide the sword in his little own personal demiplane.
What?
I mean,
So
it makes
he
things
wants
up,
us
like-
to do a mission he can very well do himself, and then give him the sword.
Wasn't
Sounds
it
a
so
bit
that
rubbish.
we were supposed to get the seed so this plane could rejoin all the other planes?
No, you
and-
mix things up. Like, he doesn't need a seat to get
Alright.
to his demi-plane.
Well,
Anyway,
So
anyway,
what
I've
if it-
entered this conversation late, so I dare say you guys have your reasons, but obviously, and I'm sure Asmodeus won't object to me saying, I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. You're wrong, Asmodeus, and you know it.
Sorry, can you like repeat the last one? What we are saying to him?
I say, Asmodeus, you know full well, and with all respect, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you.
I wouldn't expect you to trust me at all.
But, you know, we all have our motivations, don't we?
But of course.
But of course.
Please continue with your huddle. I shall await patiently.
Well, anyway, guys. So yes, I'm in. If you guys have made a decision, I dare say it's for the best.
Right, huddle time, gang. Alright, so what do you guys think? Do we trust him?
No, but do we have to do what he says? Almost certainly.
Yeah, I mean, if
Well,
you're
And
really...
he's willing, besides all of the other benefits that planting the tree would do, he did say he would reward us.
Yeah, that's tempting.
Yeah, I fucking out of character. I fucking knew that if I say that he will pay you, you will be much more obliged to listen to him.
Yes! You know what
Someone just has to
mentioner.
bring that up so everybody remembers it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Suddenly, this plan doesn't sound so bad after all.
I told Asmodeus, you mentioned a payment.
He gives a wide smug smile. Yes, I was wondering when somebody of you would ask. Honestly, I thought it would be the bard.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
What, me? The bard?
He
The
gi-
roguish handsome?
He gives a wink to Genkir. Oh, don't be so angry. I'm teasing you. Anyways. Yes, Mr. Yeah, he Mr. Weston, because I think Genkiro told you his name. So I'm guessing you want to know how much?
Yes, or whether it's items or whatever. Just in general, what will the reward be?
Yeah, ballpark.
Honestly, I don't know that much about you and about your tastes. I think the solid, good gold pieces, in other words, money, would be suitable for you.
Absolutely.
That it will.
I'm sorry, but if you didn't notice, we have a giant castle full of magic items and
Do we?
and possibly gold
Hang on.
inside.
Good point.
Guys, you've got to tell me about this. We've now got a giant castle full of magic items.
Kind
I'm sorry,
of.
Asmodeus.
Well,
Kind of managed to get rid of the annoying skellies.
well,
and-
almost.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Almost, we
Adam,
still
there's a
need to
giant
clean up.
castle flying over the city. That
No,
looks
no,
By the
no.
way,
I noticed-
Genkiro, speaking about, you don't know if this castle has magic items in himself, so that's a bluff.
Okay. Yes, but bear in mind that this conversation is new for Lysander in real
Yeah,
terms.
sure.
I'm just reacting how he would.
Who we're gonna sell it to? Oh god. Who would have enough money to buy it?
Alright,
Yeah.
As Marius probably does.
Sell it to him.
He said he doesn't care about this type of thing. He doesn't
Yeah.
need a flying fortress.
We could do a diplomacy check. How much do you want the castle for?
Nope.
No, but we're keeping the castle, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you really like Genkiro, like do a bluff check if he told about these magical items, because he might cut, because that's not true. You know that
Alright.
he knows that this thing is probably he knows about this thing. Like he wasn't surprised seeing this flying castle, so he knows what it is probably.
I think he probably gets like bonuses, because why wouldn't the castle be full of my magical items as far as he knows?
Oh yeah, it's probably full of
Give me a sec. That's your bluff.
That's almost the worst you could get.
Because
damn it.
well, given all the goodies that I get off the Lich himself, he probably does have more in there.
Are you saying that out aloud?
Even if you
Sure.
give 10 plus.
Okay, I don't say anything in reply, but I do open my eyes as big as saucers and stare. You know, what? Because bear in mind, this is the first time Lysander's heard that you even killed the Lich.
Yeah, he like as much as hearing about the like.
Anyway, so I just gave a vague thumbs up.
Oh,
yeah. Like he gives a. Yeah, I'm sure that old geezer of a Drow Lich probably has something in his lair. But as far as I can tell, aside from that, you won't. Of course, oh yes, there's a library, but warning for you: be very careful with these books. If you do something wrong, you might go insane, you might die, or you might enter. All of the book might be gone. Just word for advice. I visited this place once, a long time ago, but yeah,
Death could
good
be
times.
fake.